Very dark screen. There we go. Yes. Oh, I guess we're just going.
No, we're going?
I guess we're just going.
I'm not gonna go.
Normally it gives me a preview and then I start.
No, we're just rolling now.
This time I guess we're just rolling. I don't know. Hey everybody.
What the fuck is starch modified vinegar?
It's 11:54. Starch mod. I mean, it's vinegar with some starch. Thicken it up a little bit. Give it some.
I can live with that.
Some texture, some creaminess.
Creamy vinegar.
Yeah,
it sounds. Yeah. You know what?
Substance to it.
You know what? If I were at a restaurant, I saw creamy vinegar. I'm like, yeah, I'll have the clams with creamy vinegar, please. Thank you.
The creamy Italian, please. Thank you.
Damn, Taco Bell should start introducing fucking seafood.
I'm sure they did at some point.
I learned recently I'm actually
seafood items.
I can't eat seafood. I have a seafood allergy.
Oh, you get swollen.
No, I shit my fucking brains out.
Okay, that's similar but different.
I'm genuine, briefly swollen before I'm no longer. I'm the opposite of swollen.
Your butt is swollen.
I was up for 38 hours before I slept last night.
Planes.
No, I went from today is Tuesday. Today is we're gonna call it. Is today Monday or Tuesday?
It's Tuesday for 5 minutes.
Today's Tuesday, so Sunday. I woke up at like 9 and shot a wedding. I got done with the wedding at about, we'll call it midnight. So the Monday begins from about 12:30 until 3 in the morning. I was packing. Then I got in a plane.
Yeah.
And then I flew to Detroit and then to where we are now. And I hung out with my family. My cousin's kids came over to my family's place to hang out. I was hanging out with them. I went to sleep at 10. So it's 37 hours without being asleep. And I slept for 15 hours and woke up in so much pain. So much pain. I always thought of sleep as a thing that is rejuvenating. And that was not the case. No.
When we got back from Japan, I stayed awake on the flight back, and I had been up for 48 hours, and somehow I just looped around and was not tired again, and just spent the whole night not sleeping. I don't know.
Well, yesterday I'm like, how do I still? You break through. There's a threshold where you break through, where you genuinely get a second win.
Yeah.
I got 24 hours. Once I got to 4 full hours, I'm like, okay, I'm able to get through this. I'm able to play with my cousin's kids and throw them around the pool and shit. And you know, because they're fucking like 10, so they want to hang out and get thrown. I think they find funny.
That's what you do at that age, yeah.
Yeah, and
thrown by people.
So, and then I experienced something which I had not experienced in forever, which is falling asleep on my phone head. Like I'm just like
falls right on your face.
I'm physically falling over. I'm like, oh, I'm actually falling asleep. Today went and got some tabbouleh. Went to a Mediterranean place, and then we hung out, and watched. Most importantly, I saw my real fan screen on
the silver screen.
The silver screen after COVID had prevented me from family, the Torettos, for a solid year.
Yeah, the movie should have been about someone releasing a bioweapon.
Yeah.
Did we figure out what the villain in that movie wanted to do?
Yeah.
I just bit my lips so hard.
Who's the villain, though? Is it the Russian guy?
Well, it starts out being spoilers for Fast Saga 9.
The most important movie of the year.
Unironic,
Toretto's brother, John Cena, is out for revenge, I guess.
The Benji. Yeah. And he wants to do something to the world, the planet. I don't know.
I'm fed up with this world. He says.
That is what he said.
He's
like, I will prevent black people from going into space.
He's very, very briefly in the movie. He probably has about 15 minutes of screen time in this 8-hour-long movie that they made. I remember getting out of the first act and looking over at you. I'm like, are we in the first act right now? We're still assembling the team.
No, they get the team instantly, dude. Their family, they're all there.
Well, getting Han back. Spoilers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know what happened when I was in the. You said they hugged.
Yeah, they hugged.
I knew Han was coming. Han's coming. What was I gonna?
You know what the end Han stands for?
What's that?
It stands for now I'm back with my family.
That's true.
Han and Dom hug in a very dramatic.
I like how a major theme of that movie was people dealing with their own mortality and then
I loved it.
And then living anyways. Yeah,
unironically. First of all, I don't want anybody to misunderstand my appreciation of the Fast and the Furious movies as being ironic in any way.
Fuck that.
That's stupid. Just, you got one right here.
The last hot sauce packet.
Dom, I haven't seen you since you stole that last hot sauce packet from Taco Bell. I get it. It's about family. But you stole my Taco Bell packets from me. You know I wanted the Diablo, Dom.
Dad died because he couldn't handle the spice.
Yeah, the side characters in the movie don't get anything to do other than being put in extreme circumstances, like being in space. And the entire time they'll be like, damn, we're getting put in hella extreme circumstances right now, fam. And isn't that crazy?
We are really some black fellas in space right now.
Which I love. I think continue, you know, in the Fast and the Furious movies, you know, you gotta have Vin Diesel there. But to me, the heart of the Fast and the Furious movies is whatever the fuck Tyrese Gibson and Ludacris are getting up to. Because you know nothing's changed for them in 10 years. Like, Ludacris and Tyrese Gibson, it's not like their cachet culturally has improved in any way. You know?
Yeah.
But they still get to be around in the movies, and that's great. I respect that.
In the first one? When they start?
Tyrese Gibson is in the second one. Ludacris is in the second one. They both start in the second movie. First movie is just Paul Walker, Michelle Rodriguez, Jordana Brewster, and Vin, obviously. Yeah, they're both in the second one. Luda has the big afro in the second one. But like the buddy component of Luda and Tyrese Gibson has been developed over 10 years at this point. So I'm there for anything. Mm-hmm. I mean, in this movie, the thing that they grapple with is like, how come we're still not dead? And it's like, well, it's like, because they don't know that they're not the main characters in the movie.
Look at a damn movie, son.
Yeah, exactly. Which, like, you were questioning, like, what level of ironic is this? Like, I think it's 100. I think this is the movie where I officially understand that they're winking at us the entire time, and that they've been making the movies that we've wanted the whole time, knowing that it's exactly what we wanted.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever really doubted that. Yeah. I don't want them to wait too much about it, but it was surreal in this one with like the characters just sort of questioning their own invincibility.
Yeah.
I also encountered a bunch of my extended family this past weekend. Bunch of cousins that I barely ever met. And boy, that was fucking chaos. It was like 6 kids in one tiny lake house with, careful there, 3 dogs that had never met each other. Not a good situation. Cat still doesn't like you.
Oh, worth a shot.
Oh.
So you met a bunch of extended family.
Mm. Yeah. Almost looked really cool. I was instructing the kids who wanted to fish. They had like bobbers and worms, out from the dock. And they saw huge bass swimming right near the dock. I popped a worm in there, almost caught it. Jumped out of the water. Almost had it. Didn't quite get it. Almost looked very cool.
Uncle Declan, why don't you get me pussy?
Who wants pulled pork? Smoked applewood.
Yeah. I can't believe any YouTube mom's wedding, dude. Is your mom's wedding happened since the last time we recorded?
I think probably, yeah.
Damn. What? I didn't get to your mom's wedding, dude. I have things to live up to. I can't believe none of our friends fucked your sister. That's bullshit. She's just waiting there.
It's not, it would not be difficult.
Yeah, friends are just like,
Steven, she definitely likes Steven. She follows him on shit.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, he's an idiot. He should have ruined his life with some bad pussy.
I'm surprised he hasn't.
What the hell we got going? I'm sure he has multiple times over, but different bad pussy. So yeah, we watched that new F9. I'm looking forward to F10. I want to watch it now, please.
The things that stand out to me are Tyrese Gibson's obviously agent demanded Call of Duty scene where he's running with bullets hitting all around his feet. The missiles that are hitting the car's tires and doing nothing. I asked before. I don't remember the motivation of the main villain.
Main villain's upset with Dom because their dad died because he did it.
But he wants to do something with a satellite.
Well, there's the Russian bad guy who's I say Russian. He's probably some sort of comm block. The main villain's main money bad guy's motivation is he's a comm block royalty of some kind where he's the son of a dictator and he wants to prove himself to his dad.
I didn't catch any of that.
So the way he's going to do it might have been when you were in the bathroom. He's going to do it by grabbing the world by the balls through advanced cyber technology, which is that's just a part of the series now, is the hacking component where they need bitches on screen for a bit. So what they do is they just put
as much hacking as there is magnets.
Way more magnets than hacking in this movie. Holy shit! They're learn that magnets exist.
The hacking of all the cars in the last movie where they all spill out of the
great sequence.
Parking garage. Yeah, where they did that shit for real. Very, very well known set piece. They're just all right, we need a ton of cars moving in one shot. Okay, how about magnets, dude? They had fucking Violent J on set.
Yeah,
they had him on the staff. Violent J was the best boy.
He's always been the best boy. But
Violent Hustlers 3. Magnets.
So they got
whatever it's called.
Well, there's as much wrestling as this.
Big money hustlers.
There's as much wrestling as there would be in a fucking ICP movie, so it makes sense. Because they got, I guess there's no Rock in this, but they got John Cena. John Cena is, I can't believe that he's as bad as he is. And I'm not to say that he's horrible in this, but he's clearly he's not The Rock. The Rock is immediately incredible on screen. Regardless of whether or not his movies that he's in are any good, the dude knows how to be on camera, So but with what the fuck is this bitch's name? John Cena. John Cena is just kind of a little wooden. I feel they almost minimized his role or something in the editing table. I feel he's again, like I said, he's only in 15 minutes of the fucking movie total. He probably has John Cena probably has as much scene time as the younger version of him in the movie.
Yeah.
Which I thought they did. It's obviously farcical that Vin Diesel and John Cena are
secret brothers.
Secret brothers. But I thought the casting choices that they did for the younger versions of them were pretty goddamn good.
They didn't try to CG him younger.
I feel the younger Vin Diesel is a perfect mesh. It's they took John Cena and Vin Diesel and smacked them together.
I get it. That's him. I get it.
Right, yeah.
You didn't have to fucking spend $100 million.
Right, yeah.
Scorsese in him.
Yeah, Vin Diesel's old ass. But, So yeah, you got John Cena and Vin Diesel. John Cena's not as good as The Rock. Few are. The entire movie, I was like, something's missing here, and it's like, oh, we don't have The Rock in this movie, which we've had in him since 5. But getting Han back is a good consolation prize. Not that Han gets to do much. I hope he does more in the second one. The second one meaning the
10th and final.
The 10th and final Fast and the Furious movie.
Mm-hmm.
Vin Diesel's got a kid. Michelle Rodriguez is just 100% down with caring for that kid as if it's her own. Which,
it's family.
Yeah, it's about family.
Yeah, she doesn't do much either.
Yeah, she rides a motorcycle and be like, damn, man, we got to get back in the shit.
What happened to British bad lady? Did she get away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut away.
So she'll be the bad lady in the 10th one.
What British bad lady mean? Helen Mirren?
No, the one in the glass.
Oh, you're talking about
the lesbian one.
Oh no, she's not British. She's American.
Okay.
I'm American. She's a South African actress playing an American.
Okay, I couldn't remember if she had an accent. There were a lot of British accents. What happened to her?
She's involved in the bad guys scheme now. She's back to being a real baddie.
Okay.
I mean, she's going to be the main villain of the last film.
Did anyone die in this movie?
No. No, I think maybe the
nasty rich sidekick of John Cena.
Does he snuff it? I don't even know if he snuffs it in this movie.
I guess if you don't see a body, then he.
No, he's probably alive still. He's going to team up with Charlize Theron in the next movie and do some badness.
Which one's Charlize Theron?
Charlize Theron is the lady you were just referring to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it's. I was invested. I'll say that much. I was definitely invested in the fucking movie, which I don't know. What the fuck is even how do these movies even exist? I mean,
it's the perfect balance of stupid people and geniuses like us.
I don't know how we get from.
It's an anomaly.
So you have F1, which is a ripoff of Point Break. Fast and the Furious one is.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It's a ripoff of Point Break. Have you seen Point Break recently? It's the same movie.
Not recently, but okay, sure.
It is a guy who has to go get into.
I am an FBI agent.
Yeah, he's literally an FBI agent that needs to go get into an underground circle that is running some sort of badness, right? It's a community, and then Point Break it's surfing, and Fast and Furious it's driving.
Yeah.
Second movie is nonsense. Second movie is completely
schlock.
Completely unwatchable. 3 is amazing because it's just basically being the first movie again, but with no stakes in Japan.
It's the first real movie.
It's the best one. Tokyo Drift is still the best movie in the whole series. F4 is where which is I think called Fast and Furious, which is where they establish really the canon of the movies.
The one I haven't seen.
It's bad. Don't bother.
Okay.
5 is where we bring The Rock in, and then we're really in the canon now.
5 got big, yeah.
That's where we're in the quote-unquote fast saga, right?
5 it's a heist movie. Can you believe it, with cars?
And then 6 through 9 are all the same movie, and that's great.
At some point they just become super cool CIA spies.
At some point a bitch dies, and then also Han dies in the canon. Tokyo Drift canonically took place 2 years ago.
A bitch dies in the 4th. Oh no, Michelle Rodriguez dies in 4, but she comes back.
Yes, that's exactly 5. It. Yes, she comes. Letty is back in 6.
She isn't in 5 at all?
No, she's dead in 5. That's where we get. So I remembered this as we were watching the movie. In 4, we're in Rio de Janeiro. Vin Diesel's living there, which doesn't make any sense because Vin Diesel is not. He doesn't speak Portuguese.
Well, he's hiding.
He's in Rio.
He's lying low.
He meets a Rio police officer who he falls in love with throughout the course of the movie. Then they have sex and produce their progeny, who is this child that we see in this film, who is revealed in which one does Shaw turn good? Is that 8?
Shaw turns.
Shaw being Jason Statham.
In
I think he turns good in 8.
yes, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so
yes.
This woman who is from Brazil falls off the face of the map in 6 and 7, and then 8 she returns. She has the child. She dies in the movie, but they're able to save the baby, who Michelle Rodriguez's character and Vin Diesel's character take as their own. I guess really it's funny. Like 5 is like really where the movies actually begin, because you could like
People were hyped about 5, yeah.
5 is pretty good, but really like 6 is where it's like really a fucking dial.
6 is retarded.
6 is the best. 6 is like where I fell in love with the movies. 3 obviously still being the best.
7 is really the emotional centerpiece. 8 is really just sort of them honing in on that really just slick, that perfectionist balance of
like we need a
comedy, action, yeah, ice, coldness, submarines.
It's about submarines. Yeah. So yeah, it ranked in order. Here we go. Here's the official. Here's the official. What the fuck do we call this podcast? We call it
4
gang stalking.
unknown.
Number 1.
We haven't seen.
Number 1. We'll start from the bottom. Last place.
Last place is
that's
4.
2. No, you're right. 4 is last place.
Okay.
It's technically a much better movie than 2, but I'm gonna put 4 in last place because it's gay. So then 2 is the second worst.
What about like 6 though?
6 is the second best.
Whoa. Do you remember anything about 6?
6 is the one with where Vin Diesel gets launched across the bridge.
Yeah, I know that.
That's the best one.
I remember 2 set pieces. He gets launched across the bridge, and they're in a tank, and then there's a cargo plane. Do you remember anything else happening in that fucking movie?
That's all I need to remember.
No, it's not.
Which one? Okay, where
2.5 hours long.
Do The Rock and Vin Diesel fight in 7, or is
5?
Do they fight? But where's they have like a fisticuffs conflict in the middle of LA? I think that's 6. No. Which one does The Rock have to break the is it 8?
Where he has the
cast
minigun?
Yes. Is that 8?
No, that's 7, I think.
7? Okay,
Yeah.
7's creeping up a little bit.
Yeah.
I would say that 9. Okay. You have the first 3 movies, which don't count. So,
we can't just toss out a third of the movie.
Okay. So we've got. I've said 4th is the worst. 4 is the worst.
Mm-hmm.
Then second. Then I would say 5. Then I would say the first movie, then 5. So it's 4, 2, 1, 5.
I think I would agree with this so far.
Okay. 7, 6.
You think 6 is better than 7 still?
It's good. Look, I can. Look, 6 is the one where I can identify exactly where I fell in love with the movies. Once he gets launched across that bridge, that is the next point where I became in love with the Fast and the Furious franchise. I can't deny my truth.
But
are you trying to deny my truth right now?
That's 30 seconds of a 2.5 hour movie.
It's 30 seconds of the 20 hours of movie that exists, and I'm not going to deny who I am. And where am I at? 6 and 7 are interchangeable. 8 is kind of a little bit commodified.
6 and 7 are interchangeable. Come on. A man died. For God's sakes.
Okay, well, is 7 where Paul Walker dies? Is that 7?
Yes.
Okay, 7 wins. 7 is the second best movie. Because it was probably as moved as I've been in a movie theater my entire life. Because I'm retarded. But above that is Tokyo Drift. So, okay, I'm going to have to work my way backwards. The best movie is Tokyo Drift.
Mm-hmm.
7. What the fuck? 8 has got the submarine in it?
Yeah. Probably either 5 or 8.
5 is not as good. I remember watching 5 and being underwhelmed. It's good, but and I'm sure at the time I'd be like, damn, these Fast and the Furious movies have gotten crazy, and then now we're in literal outer space. So driving a bank vault thing around Rio does not do as much. Okay, 3, 7. 6, 8.
6 still better than 8, huh?
6 is where I fell in love with him.
6 is in 3rd place.
Yeah.
Because he gets launched across an overpass.
They're on that overpass for a while.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
3, 7, 6, 8 and 9 are interchangeable. I would say 9's a little better than 8. 5, 1, 2, 4.
I'm not angry about it.
I don't know how you're going to argue with that, because obviously 2 is garbage.
I just don't remember anything about 6, which is why I'm.
We might have to bring up these Wikipedia articles. I'm going to be real quick. We have to get these synopses up.
I think my cat's taking a huge shit. That's why she's scratching so much. Oh no. Wet wipes are under the sink. You just lay a big dump, kitty? Hold on, everyone. Let me clean my cat's butt. Hey, where are you going? Come back here. Come here. Don't sit down on my carpet. Hey. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Good news, everyone. My cat didn't take a big nasty shit. Very sweet. Oh. Oh.
I feel like we need to take a second to appreciate that the transition that occurred from the early Fast and the Furious movies to the later half is genuinely inspired. Taking these bullshit racing movies that after 4 should have died and turning them into superhero movies was pretty brilliant.
It's ambitious.
Yeah. And it obviously fucking worked out. Because you mean if you watch 9, it's just a superhero movie now.
Yeah, they're breaking through fucking concrete walls and shit.
Yeah.
Well, they were already doing that in 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean they explicitly say they cannot be killed.
Yeah.
Hey, kitty, come here.
So I don't know. So you do 10. 10 is gonna be resolving everything in this one. There's nowhere to go from space. Probably gonna go underwater. I bet where are Tej and Roman going? Tej and Roman, who are the emotional core.
We need a 10,000-year time skip like Gunbuster.
Oh, little girl.
But you see, you're too aggressive.
She hates it.
You're too aggressive. You reach too fast.
I want to get you. I'm gonna scare you.
Get down to where. Kneel down more to her level. There you go. Just reach your hand out confidently but slowly. There's sniff you. Give her some time. Cat is.
Well, that wasn't. I think we had said about 6 years ago these movies need to go to space, but not actually like this is pretty hard space. I want nonsense. I want garbage. I want in space cars. Little girl, you're rubbing against me, huh? Because you know I'm your friend.
Yeah.
Hello.
The thing is, you just don't need to be. You shouldn't be too. There you go. Yeah. Don't be too timid, but don't be
assertive.
Pushy. Just like reach out confidently, but also, act like you don't care too much.
Hello. Come here. My problem with bitches is I always tracking with.
Mm-hmm.
So, we said that they should go to space, which is just obvious. If you go to 9 movies, you're gonna go to space.
Yeah. I would, I would ask for the ninth one, or for the last one, how should they wrap it up? But there's nothing to wrap up. They just start a new fucking thing every movie, so.
Yeah, well, there's no overarching narratives. Okay, you failed to get up there, huh?
There's gonna be a clone of Dom. He's gonna have to
be awesome.
Fight his shadow self like Link and
too. They just kind of they're gonna somewhere along the line, like Vin.
Who's the huge WWE turned UFC guy? Who's fucking 500 pounds and big nasty fucking.
I was gonna say how much money they gotta throw at Vin Diesel before he's ready to do a movie with robot Paul Walker?
Oh no.
Because they toyed with it a little bit in this movie where they got car pulls up.
Yeah, you'd think. God, yeah, like they dedicated a whole fucking movie to that.
It's weird that they're.
And then they're just like, he's still here.
It's weird. It's weird that they're still doing it.
You're kind of acknowledging everything else in a meta way, like talking about how the fuck is it still happening? Taking the Die Hard 2 has the same shit happen to the same guy twice, but taking that up to 11, just doing that. But then at the end, just hey, Paul Walker is still alive. Everybody, he's driving up in his WRX.
Look who just showed up. it's fucking. He's got that Nissan Skyline or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Look who just showed up. Are they gonna be doing that forever? When are you guys done? Because I thought that was what 7 was that you guys are done. So we're not done.
Yeah, that does take a little bit away from 7. It's 10, a bummer.
Is 10, because at the end of 7, it's perfect.
Yeah.
It is, you're done. You got it. Everybody was on your side.
You could comfortably stop at 7.
You sold me. You know what I mean? I'm convinced, this is done, Paul Walker.
You sell a box set 1 through 7. I'm there day 1, my friend. I'm
not saying about just the movies, but I'm saying as feeling this is authentically a decent way to send off Paul Walker, as Paul Walker is really only relevant to these movies. He doesn't have a legacy outside of it. So anytime you bring him back up, you're just dredging up a person whose entire legacy was wrapped as a person is wrapped up in 7. So what are you doing?
It's wrapped up in a series of stupid car movies with big nitrous tanks.
What else you got?
Yeah.
That's how he died. That's it's exact.
Yes.
He fucking died in that exact situation where he died in a car that was big, stupid, filled with nitrous. What are you doing? I don't know. I was at the same time. It's like the Star Wars member berries problem, but with actual people. You know what I mean? With Star Wars, we're do you remember TIE fighters? It's
yes.
Yeah. Do you remember Paul Walker? You remember Paul Walker's mangled corpse? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably exactly what he wanted. You know.
I don't know.
As somebody who knew him personally, I feel like as somebody who knew him personally through the Fast and the Furious movies.
What's this? A note from Paul? If I'm to die, if I'm to die in a fiery car crash, please produce a song with Wiz Khalifa. It's been a long
Why not talk about family when family's all that we got?
I like driving cars with you, and I like you a lot.
They should have popped that song again in this movie, where it comes up
just again.
Someone just showed up. Oh, it's been a long day. Every single movie should end with that song. Yeah. Plus, I got to tearing up in a movie in fucking forever. These movies are gay.
Or this newest one.
7.
Okay,
yeah, I remember seeing it in the theaters, meaning
oh my god,
holy shit.
7 was brutal.
And the thing is, I feel like we only started caring about the Fast and the Furious movies with 6, because people liked 5, and anybody who got into the Fast and the Furious movies at 5, mad fucking respect, because that is a level of prescience that I can't have.
5 was very popular, but it was probably sometimes around 6 where we were like, hey, there's something to this.
Yeah, but so
very silly actually.
So like, and the new movie is, make no bones about it, completely insane. Like and it's like I think that at this point the movies are just comic books. It's just comics, more so than comic book movies are.
Yeah,
these are comics now. Where like I see these things and I'm like, I'm just imagining all of this as being written in comic book form. This should be all of these stories should be comic book tie-ins for Fast and the Furious autism people. It should be like the Sonic the Hedgehog comics, you know what I mean? Where it's like Dom has a brother. Oh, it's Dom's backstory. Like, but just coincidentally, China likes these movies enough to where we're gonna keep fucking making them, I guess, which is great. I'm here for it. Like, think about it. Han's back from the dead. How many times have we seen Han's death on screen at this point? He dies in 3. He dies in 3.
Yeah. He's
in the next 2. He's in 5 and then 6. Does he die in 7?
Is he in 4?
No, he's not in 4. He dies.
Okay,
he
dies
in
5 and 6.
He dies in 6.
He dies at the end of 6. So we see his death twice. Let's say.
And then we see him come back.
Maybe it's at the end of 7 or at the beginning of 7 too.
It's like it's genuinely comics where they're just retconning. They're like, we need Han back as a character.
This is Bleach levels of no one dies.
Right, yeah. So it's like, actually, I was working with Kurt Russell. It's like, okay.
But then actually, I was working with Jason Statham.
Kurt Russell, who dies at the beginning of this movie.
I don't think he's dead.
Right, yeah, he's not actually dead. He'll be back in the next movie.
He was in a plane crash, but he's
Kurt Russell's barely in these movies anyway. He's in the one where they're in Dubai, right?
He's just their weird secret society connection.
Is he in Dubai? He's in the one where they're in Dubai, right? What is that? Is that 6?
That was 7.
6. That's 7. Yeah.
7.
He's in 7.
Yeah, he wasn't in Dubai, but yeah, he was their guy in that one.
Yeah, these movies will forget nobody. There's those 2 Hispanic gentlemen who are in the movie who you don't remember at all. Those guys are in these movies.
You pointed that out.
I think they're mostly in 2, but they're definitely in other movies.
I thought you said. Did you say 4?
They're in the earlier movies somewhere. I cannot remember for the fucking life of me where these 2 are. I think they're mostly.
You remember them, which is nuts.
Yeah, those guys exist. Those are.
I probably wouldn't have even recognized Tokyo Drift guy if he wasn't skinny now.
Oh yeah, dude. So yeah, we got
Bow Wow or Romeo.
Sean is the name of the character. Who's the name of the actor who played Sean in the Fast and Furious movie?
Sean.
Because those guys are in 6 too, I think, or Sean's in 6 briefly because he's looking into where Vin Diesel's looking into where Letty is. So he goes to Tokyo and Sean's just there. They talk on a
it's like one scene, right?
Right, yeah, but now they're like marginally more back in the movies where they got a couple of scenes this time.
Now they're a gang of misfits.
Which is great. I'm fine with that. As long as you don't fucking make fun of the best movie in the entire series. If you make fun of Tokyo Drift, you're an idiot.
I don't think they did.
No, I didn't think so either. Kitty! Hello. I'm coming. You're gonna be scared again. You're gonna want to run away.
Yeah, you're being too sneaky about it.
Bite me, I guess. No?
Oh yeah, too aggressive. Let us stick around a little bit. Easy girl. It's me.
Oh baby. I'm your friend. You've met me before. She doesn't care.
She's
fucking freaked out. She knows I'm a predator, a natural predator. She smells the. It's like, I feel like Joe Rogan. She could smell the fact that I have a history of violence in my genetics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
sir.
What else we got going on? So we watched the Fast and the Furious movie.
We watched a movie. We went and shot a gun. We ordered some Taco Bell.
I would say that the Fast and the Furious movie exceeded my expectations, which were, I think, tempered. I think my expectations were exactly where they need to be to go into a Fast and the Furious movie at this point. I had a good-ass fucking time at the movie theater. I had a good time watching that Fast and the Furious movie.
Yeah.
If you're a man and you are able to understand what the genuine joy that exists in those movies are, then you should be in for a good time.
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure everybody in the theater understood exactly what they were. I feel like 3 movies ago, people didn't quite understand what they were getting themselves into. But at this point, I feel
I
like...
didn't see 6 in the theater.
I thought we did.
But no, we watched it at your place.
We watched 7 in the theater, where there was the conflict with the guy who needed to check his bitch.
Oh, that was that one. Yeah, what a saga.
There was the one...
That was your fault. You understand that, right?
What do you mean?
You didn't take your assigned seat, so you pushed everyone down one.
Oh, yeah.
And so that ended with a skinny white meth addict girl in a conflict with a very, very large black man.
The only black person for a 10-mile radius is like, yo, check your bitch. Yeah. Oh, well. It's worth it.
That was so funny. He goes, I think you need to check your bitch. The guy goes, you gotta check yourself. Meanwhile, the girl's just going, he's a fucking idiot! He's a fucking idiot!
Yeah. It's great stuff.
I was like, dude, you gotta sit in your fucking seat. And 5 minutes later, there's a racial conflict happening in the theater.
To be fair, like I should check this fucking bitch. Why was they could have just come to us.
She had a seat. No, how would she know you were the originator? She had to go down every seat.
Yeah.
She had her seat and someone was in it. And he was like, someone's in my seat. And they were like, someone's in my seat. And so on.
Look, I would have been more than like, look, the fault is my own, fellow.
No, you wouldn't. Because I told you that and you were like, I don't care.
To you, if a ginormous African American gentleman, if a ginormous king were to come over to be like, I kneel before you. Yes. This is truly. There's no fault but my own here, gentlemen.
Much like Israel, this belongs to you, my friend.
Yeah.
My king.
My fellow king.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
You're just like,
yeah.
I've been thinking about the Hoteps a lot. I love them. That shit's great. I love because they saw what was going on. I think the Hoteps. I think most things start with people understanding that they're lying, and then the next generation of people have no idea that lies are occurring. Right. So the first generation of Hoteps must have known that, like, okay, we have no rightful claim at all to any of this place, but we can maybe.
But in principle, the lie is sort of true.
So they saw what happened with these, not that I'm questioning the legitimacy of the nation of Israel at all, but they probably saw what happened after World War II. It's like, okay, if your people have been through enough shit, they'll just give you a free country.
Well, we have Liberia.
So they're like, well, what if we just lie about being Egyptian? And then they're like, so the first generation of Hoteps are like, we made those. And they recognize that the Western liberal is too gay to do anything about it. So like, oh, yes, of course, yeah, take back your rightful place as atop the pyramids, kings. And then there was a generation of black people who were brought up on that idea. So they're like, yeah, those are our, and then 50 years from now, it's going to be a truth that was the way that everything unfolded.
Oh yeah, I mean, have you up to date on the buck breaking meme?
No, what is this?
Oh my god, it is so fucking funny. So, are you familiar with Tariq Nasheed?
Oh no.
Oh, Tariq Nasheed is like, he's like very into black interests, but also he hates that gay shit. He's like that kind of guy. And he made a movie called Buck Breaking, which is about, and like this is one of those examples where like black conspiracies are like somehow are like incredibly dumber than white conspiracies somehow, but they'll just you're just allowed to have them. You can get like 100,000 retweets, and black people will just like completely unquestionably say that like when slaves were brought over, the white the white
masters or purchasers,
the plantation owners would just fuck the black guys.
What?
would just fuck them to like show dominance or something. And there's no evidence that it ever happened. And obviously it makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah. But they'll just be like, that's what they did. They brought him over and they fucking fucked him. And so like he tries to draw a line from buck breaking to like modern gay stuff being forced onto black men. So he tries to make that connection.
No, this is the reason. The reason I'm sucking this cock right now is because 150 years ago, my grandpappy was forced into a similar situation.
So he's just really pissed about about modern black dudes being gay, and it's become a huge. It's like it's absolutely it reached critical mass on TV where it was like Bane posting levels of it was just nothing but buck breaking iterations of who can get who can get a new iteration on the phrase buck breaking. It's just the buck that broke me and just changing the title of everything ever to be about buck breaking. It's so fucking funny.
The irony of watching, I watched Paris is Burning on my flight yesterday because I was going through, so I was on this flight. First of all, I flew first class up here because it was cheaper to fly first class than to check a gun and then another bag. So I flew first class and I had a TV on my fucking seat. So okay, so going through whatever movies they have, and they have Paris is Burning, which is probably my favorite documentary ever, which is about.
Is it based on a book or something?
Paris is Burning is a documentary about.
There's something called Is Paris Burning?
Oh, I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
Paris is Burning is a documentary about the gay. It's the gay drag scene in New York City in the 80s. But specifically the black gay drag scene.
Oh, I think I've heard of this actually.
It's incredible.
Just gay gangs, way before.
So it's well, you have the different families. So you have the mother who is the gay hen mother to all these little gay black boys. It's just it's probably it's my favorite documentary ever. It's incredible.
sounds like it was made up by Harmony Korine or something.
No, that's the beauty of it is all this shit existed before people realized they could make things up. So it's all a bunch of just the most fabulous personalities you'll ever see. Where these are old school New York City queens, you know what I mean? Where they're just the best. And thinking about that now, and then thinking about somebody who's really convinced that gayness was forced upon the black community, being really upset. It's I would love to sit down and see his commentary track on this. We'll be like, oh, what the hell? Oh, no. What the hell? Oh, no. Oh, what the hell? Oh, no. It's just, that particular brand of old school black homophobia that exists. Because homophobia, as it's described, you think about people who, think about homophobes. White homophobes are, they're just just be quiet and be uncomfortable. Black homophobes are oh, no. They're all just turned into fucking, what's his name, Steve Harvey? Who the fuck's the guy? He's oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Jesus, help this man. Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to do this job no more.
Yeah, you think about it's
Come on now. Oh, he put the dick in the asshole. Oh.
Oh, that's too boss. They hold his hands.
Oh, that ain't right. Oh, come on now.
Exactly. So, thinking that
this is what you put your penis in.
Yeah.
Amazing asshole. Oh, come on.
Oh, that's a nice looking girl. Oh, Lord, that's a man. Oh, that's a fine little piece of ass right there. Oh, Lord. You got it. Because there's a level of homophobia that exists in the black community where these people are so gay that they're we don't even care that we're rejected by all the black people around us. We're just going to keep doing our gay thing, So I think they're afraid because all black people are a little gay. oh Lord!
Oh, come on!
Yeah,
come on, man. Gay.
What were we talking about? Hoteps, black people, things buck freaking. But it sounds like a buck.
I mean, do you remember being taught in seventh? I remember specifically it was seventh grade. We were just straight up taught that the only way slaves could reproduce in America was when they hit menarche at 12 years old. The plantation owner would tie them up in a shed and rape them.
I remember
and
that.
that was how slaves had babies, and that was it.
The thing is
that was all we were taught.
I was in the advanced history class, so
I don't think that's why I got taught. I don't think I got the watered down version. I think they're just my teacher being like, I can say this. Yeah, they all got raped.
Who
That's
did
how.
You have? Say their name. Who cares?
She was the big fat lady. What the fuck was her name?
7th grade.
Mrs.
I had Mr. Wally, dude.
No, it was Mrs. like. I can't remember.
Mr. Wally. He was a genuine Southern.
No, oh no, it was no. I had Mr. Lolly. Is he 7th?
He would be 7th grade. Mr. Wally was a bad man. He would he shot people down left and right.
No. Sorry, did I say social studies? It was English. It was an English teacher.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, that's where the retardation really starts.
Big jolly fat lady.
I don't remember her.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of my
I can't remember her
I got too many concussions for that shit. There's no fucking way.
Super nice lady, but she taught us that, like, even if it were true, it'd be fucked up to teach, especially black kids, that, like, yeah, the only reason you exist is because your great-great-grandparents were tied up at 12 and raped to pregnancy.
I was thinking
but it's absolutely not true. Like, slaves could definitely have families.
Well, they did. Well, what happened? That's like, isn't that a part of the other part of what happened is that, like, they had black children who would get separated from their families because, like, it's like, this is going to be a house child now. All of that obviously heinous, but why you got to invent shit to make it worse than it was?
It's just nuts.
Yeah, there's a, what the fuck was I thinking about earlier today? I don't remember. I remember nothing from education. Again, I have too many concussions. I was in football, so that's how you do it. That shit's all gone. I remember the big hit when I was in like 9th grade, where I'm like, and all that's gone. Gosh, that's funny. Yeah, I mean, not that we had black kids in our school.
No.
Damn, the one black kid I can remember off the top of my head. I wish I knew where she was fucking at right now. I'd be wherever she is.
There's a pair of twins. There was a jokester.
That's true.
There was a second jokester.
Hispanic black.
Yeah, short Hispanic black, good at football.
Short Hispanic black. Now he raced in the fucking Preakness.
Oh, I heard he raced, and I was like, oh. This could go two ways.
No, racing the Preakness is a jockey.
The what? The Preakness?
Preakness Stakes, part of the Triple Crown of horse racing.
Oh, jockey. That makes sense. He was a small guy, but muscular.
The whole family was. Because he was cousins with another one, my first girlfriend in 5th grade, who was a Panamanian. His father and her father were brothers, and they were both involved in the jockey scene at the local racetrack. And apparently, he was good enough that he's racing professionally now.
Oh, sweet.
What we're talking about? Are we talking about how funny it is that people were raped?
I don't think that's what it was, but sure.
Hoteps, revisionist history.
Mm-hmm. I gotta sign up for fucking for Minder or whatever it's called now.
Minder?
It used to be called Minder, but they got sued, and now it's called Salams, the Muslim marriage app. It's not even not even a dating app. It's just straight up a marriage app.
Yeah, because
pretty fucking nice. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You just listen to her talk for 5 minutes. It's fine.
I mean, it's as much as they can get out. We went to school with a Muslim. We went to school with several.
I bet.
Islamic children.
Makes sense.
The one that I could think of off the top of my head got me in trouble because I was upset one day when I came home from school, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then I went under my breath. I'm like,
"I can't get the cap off."
My friend, this kid at my school, told me, "Fuck you." And my mom heard "fuck you," and she's like, "You're going to your room right now." And I'm like, "What? No, but I was told this." And I never objected because I was a child.
You repeated it.
I got trouble. I got sent to my room.
Fuck you was 3rd grade?
I was like in 7th grade. Motherfucker, wherever you are.
Great.
I hope you're enjoying your arranged marriage, you fuck.
She probably is.
I think you know what she looks like. What we're talking about, black people. I hope all of our kings and queens out there are doing great, though. I hope that someday black anime fans evolve to beyond whatever the most base level.
I hope you get your monthly allotment of $900 worth of stuff from your local convenience store.
I hope that they never stop One Piece, and I hope that Fairy Tail continues to be good, because I know
they're on a new Fairy Tail now. They're on like a spin-off. My Hero Academia.
That's right. Yeah, that really kind of consumed that community.
Yeah. I'm sorry about George Floyd and Tokyo Ghoul ending. I'm sure those hurt equally.
If you're out there and you're based enough to be listening to this podcast and you're black, this shit's funny.
That's good. You should berate them into thinking things are funny.
Yeah. Look. I'm sorry that you're in subjugated communities that are constantly under the thumb of radical and right-wing extremist police departments.
I'm sorry you live in a ruin that was once a black Wall Street, a black business district.
I'm really sorry that I personally should not have destroyed the true black pyramids, but
sorry you spend a third of your monthly income on locks for things.
Yeah. I know that your associate's degree in Japanese is going to get you far. I'm so sorry. That's mean. Hey, man.
That's just making fun of waves. That's not even black specific.
Hey. Speaking out to you guys in the community, this is firmly a black nationalist podcast. So
we've talked about this.
Yeah, all of these things greens out there. Mad respect. Just keep on the struggle. I hope you understand that this is all completely
ironic. The words will come any second now.
We recognize the struggle of any. This is not only black nationalist. This is a radical socialist podcast, which I think that's all you need to say to get accepted by the left. Is like, well, they're problematic, but they're clearly dirtbag.
Oh, dude, let me tell you about my pitch. I had this idea the other day driving back from upstate, from the mountains. An idea for a commercial. So it's like very dramatic, like Super Bowl commercial style, right? It's like because I was driving and I was also driving a piece of shit Subaru, but in my commercial it's a Toyota. Yeah. And it's a Toyota commercial, and it's like
where are we? Set the stage.
It's black screen, white text.
Okay.
Very serious. It's like Toyota vehicles are equipped with voice recognition technology. This is some of what they hear every day, and it's just voice clips like fucking faggot ass car. Oh my god, this fucking nigger car is such a fucking piece of shit. What fucking retard designed this car?
Your cat just fell off the counter.
This car is such a fucking cunt. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All bleeps. And it's like, we're stopping hate in your work, school, home, car, Toyota. Yeah. And it's just clearly spying on people.
Yeah.
But it's voice clips from people in private in their cars.
These things that are said not with any intent.
It doesn't even matter. I want to make that because it's such perfect. I was thinking like, holy shit, this is so genius, because I would say about 40% of people would think it's real, and like probably a very small percentage of people would think it's real, and they would still they would be like, okay, this isn't a great look to spy on people, but they said that and it was just perfect bait. It's just
I was thinking about how every single person on the road says these things all day. Because it's like, and the thing is like,
this fucking piece of shit car I was driving, just beeping every time my wheel is on the line. It's like, who cares if my wheel's on the line? I can't turn it off.
I'm thinking we need to take these words back. We need to divorce them of their true meaning, so that we can use them as the way that they're meant to be used. We need to get because there's what the fuck is the name of
I also want to end that commercial with like, we've published all these cars vids on Toyota.com now.
Yeah, go to Toyota.com to see the horrible things your neighbors are saying.
Hate stops now.
Yeah,
Toyota.
It's all a bunch of Chinese people. Oh, fucking car! Oh no! Oh, this car's so gay. Why are you so gay? Oh no, it's so car's so stupid.
Woman car is just Uncle Roger.
Yeah.
Oh, this car's so stupid.
Oh, why you drive? Why you drive like that? Oh, so stupid, bitch. You stupid whore, stupid cunt. Why you drive like that?
Stupid American woman make car.
Oh my god. Who let lady drive car? Oh, something that I've learned is that you must never let a woman drive a car.
Ho
Yeah. And again, this is an endorsement of all people of all races. I wonder what do black people say in a car?
Oh my god, they Michael Richards out. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I wonder, because I've only seen, road rage is something that's an intimate experience, which can only be shared between the most trusted people, and I can't count myself among the number of people who are trusted by a large number of black people. So I've only seen a couple of black people driving cars before. What do they got to say? What do they got to say? What's the last resort?
It's probably mostly gay stuff.
Yeah, because like if they're like, because you know what the last resort is.
I know I know what my last resort is.
So these again, you're like, I can't believe I have to break this out right now. I feel bad about popping the emergency switch.
But I have no choice.
Yeah. It's your in case of you smash the window and pull that out.
I smashed the end window. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're like, I feel dirty about doing this, but
the car's beeping. What do you want me to do?
But like,
car's making beeping noises
behind that window. I mean,
yeah.
It's not like you're gonna fucking call a bunch of people wops or guineas or anything. It's like that's just not gonna have the same effect.
Car's bloatware's the size of your mom.
Yeah.
What the fuck you say?
Yeah.
Oh shit, bitch! I forgot you in the car.
Yeah, it's like.
I remember driving to with my dad to his pizza shop when I was 5 years old, and he fucking out of absolutely nowhere. I had no idea what was going on. I was in the back. He screamed a series of words that I don't even remember. He was just like, "Yeah, you fucking asshole!" And he looks back at me and he goes, "Oh, I'm right over there, so I'm sorry."
That's Boston, dude.
I was like, Jesus, Dad. He was like, stop. Like, there was nothing going on. I don't think anyone cut him off. He was just like, someone was there doing something.
Well, he's having
so
PTSD flashback getting molested by a fucking priest when he was 8.
Very
You're lucky. You might have got. Do you get touched by a priest?
Dude, priests don't fucking touch people. I'm like, shut the fuck. That doesn't happen.
Oh, it happens.
We both went to public school. It's way worse than public schools. Priests have been totally scapegoated. There's no
look.
There's no statistical significance to that. Not at all.
Yeah. But
they're fucking going nuts in Canada over like 150 kids over 200 years or whatever, which is like a kid every 2 years. And it's like they were fucking sick that. Indians, fucking psychos.
So my favorite thing is to me right now we're just catching dubs all day. I mean it's really
F9.
It's really as not that I'm white, but as a male of the paler persuasion, we're just catching dubs all fucking year.
It's white boy summer.
Because we've got this whole conflict going on around with this with this trans athlete at the Olympics. Where we've got this trans power lifter, which is like this is.
Oh, that counts as white boy summer, by the way.
This is beautiful.
That's part of white boy summer.
Because I win no matter what, because it's like
I
need to sit back and it's like, oh, this sounds like a women's issue.
Just the best. It sounds like a you problem.
It sounds like I would never insert myself into a woman's problem like this because we have an issue between biofemmes and women, meaning trans women. And that's something that they need to resolve for themselves. My opinion is no good here. Mm-hmm. So I just get to sit back and watch that. And regardless of the outcome, I win. Because, if women get dunked on at the Olympics, that's funny. and if trans women aren't allowed to be in the Olympics, that means the women have to look bad for a bit because they're like going to dunk on women or on trans women. You know, like biofemmes, they're like, okay, you have to be a biofemme to be in the Olympics. Which, of course, because I speak in that terminology because I'm not involved in this at all.
It's like Bioforge. God, it's gonna be so. It would be so sick in the next 10 years if there's just no more women in sports.
And then there's up in Canada, they're just they're burning their own buildings down. And they're like, we're upset about the first peoples, eh? Oh no, we're so sad for them. We're gonna burn this church down. It's like, you guys are the best.
You were American 3 years ago.
Yeah, I love it that they're just. After years and years and years from hearing a bunch of fucking Canucks about how gay we are, they're like burning their own buildings down. It's like, yeah, you guys are right. You guys are totally right.
Burning Catholic churches, which when they committed the supposed crimes they did, were the turbo libs of their day. Were like taking in indigenous children, being like taking care of them for free.
We gotta take in these kids, eh? Yeah, the fucking
good luck with that statue.
Trudeau's dad is literally in office. Like he's like, this sounds like a good idea. We gotta put these kids away.
How do I reach these kids?
Yeah. So man. I love Justin Trudeau. He's so fucking awesome.
I guess he's still around. Yeah, he's just growing facial hair.
He just doesn't even. Yeah, he grows facial hair now, so he is able to shave off the excess of being caught in brownface and getting away with it.
I like costumes.
That guy's so awesome.
Yeah, he rules.
He really is like just the biggest dirtbag. And every time I see him, he's got this like sort of how do I even describe it? He's just got this look on his face of extremely humble.
Yeah.
He's like, I know that I'm garbage, but we have to take this measure. You know, I personally need to take this measure on behalf of all Canadians so we can excise this horrible past that we have.
Yeah. It's like a fake Warren Buffett humility where it's like, I drive a pony.
Exactly, yeah. I've lived in the same house since I was 5.
Yeah, I live in a normal guy house. I dress in blackface just like you, folks.
Justin Trudeau shows up every 6 months to be like, okay, how much more do we need to give so that I personally don't get in trouble?
Speaking of which, props to Hunter Biden for selling his art for $500,000 and just openly laundering money.
Yeah, that's chill. That's just chill.
That is such a. I mean,
exactly.
why isn't everyone doing that? Jesus Christ.
But the Canadians. I mean, we've got the trans thing, the Canadians, and again, these are problems that I personally have no business inserting myself into. So yeah, I'm right there with you, eager to find out exactly how they resolve these things among themselves. I hope Canada burns down half their fucking country. That should be funny as fuck.
The populated areas, it's like 10% of it. It'd be fine.
Yeah, they all live 50 miles from the border.
Worst case scenario, you have to rebuild Toronto, the ugliest place in the entire world.
So they're like, oh no, we can't shoot the next fucking Jake Gyllenhaal movie here.
Half of the fucking neighborhoods are like fishbowl levels of tightness, and like Squidville fucking terrifying shit. And then the other, when you want to go to the state designated shop with 2 P's and an E, you fucking go to in the industrial zone where everything's 1 story high and it's like everything's gray and asphalt and it's the most oppressive environment I've ever fucking been in, and it's it makes me want to cry.
Yeah, maybe once you get burnt the place down, you'll import some Italians so you get some real fucking pizza there too. What the fuck's even the point of living?
You had 1 slice of pizza.
I've had more than
in Greek town.
I've had more than just that slice of pizza in Canada. I can tell you for a fact. They don't have it figured out anywhere.
Yeah, I believe you.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to any Canadian listeners. I hope you don't get burned up in the ensuing race wars between the 100 First Peoples that still live, and then all of their Westerner allies.
Someone's got to call Varg. Tell him to call him off.
Yeah. All this shit's funny as fuck to me. And let's go on record here. I would say the Catholic Church is definitely complicit in a lot of pretty horrible behavior. However,
name one thing. Name one.
I don't know, the spread of AIDS in Africa by actively being anti-prophylactic. That's a pretty big one.
Well, but they're pro chastity. That's just
yeah. That's great. Pro chastity always works out.
Well, apparently prophylactics didn't work out great either.
They're not using them.
Yeah.
Well, yes, they're told not to.
What if by who?
Joseph Johnson, who's living in Africa right now, whose great granddad was Matumba Angawe, is fucking not using any rubbers because he's told by the fucking cardinal who came down to fucking straighten him out.
No one likes to fuck with condoms. Africans, there's no way.
We would not fuck with these condoms.
There's no way an African's going to be like, oh, yeah, well, at least I'm being safe.
I would never fuck with condoms.
Yeah, I feel nothing here, but at least I'm being nice and safe here. That's not really their attitude.
Oh.
I still smell that TB.
I know. I wish I had more fucking food right now. I was thinking while I was in that Taco Bell drive-thru, I'm like, I need 3 more items from this Taco Bell menu.
Somehow I spent $10 on Taco Bell. I must have gotten the most expensive items.
They fucked you. They're like, we're going to donate $8 to this charity. We're going to St. Jude's is about to get the most generous Taco Bell donation ever.
I know, man. What the fuck?
They must have heard, like, if we don't get this amount of St. Jude's donations by the end of the month, our Taco Bell's going to get shut down. From around the shiestiest community in the entire world, we've had $0 donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital this month. God, what the hell is going on? Yeah, well, shout out to Canada. You guys are fucking funny. I almost died. Did I tell you how I almost died?
Maybe.
I was at a traffic light, almost got killed.
No, you didn't tell me about that.
Yeah, I was sitting at a traffic light, and it's red, so I'm stopped. I'm sitting there. I'm on the phone.
You're not in the middle of the intersection.
No. Okay. I am at the line on the phone with my dad.
Good.
And then I see this car screaming up behind me about 100 miles per hour. I'm like, oh, that car's gonna hit me. So I'm like, Dad, I'm about to be hit by a car. And he's like, oh, okay, son. so.
What else can you say? I mean, like, yeah.
So the car swerves at the last possible minute and misses me. Screams through the intersection 100 miles per hour, through a red light, narrowly misses a bunch of cars making right turns.
Holy shit.
And I'm like, okay, Dad, I'm fine. And I knew, I'm like, yeah, if that guy did not swerve, I'm absolutely dead. There's no, he's in a,
even hit in the back?
He's in a gigantic pickup truck. The thing's going over me.
Oh, wow.
So, but I was very nearly killed on my way to a gig. And I'm like, that's how close he can be, I guess.
That's life.
Yeah, I'm like, well, at least I'm on the phone with my dad. You know?
Hey, yeah.
So yeah, I almost got killed there. That was unchill. I had been awake for an hour today. I slept for 15 hours because I had been up for 30. What we termed 36 or 37.
Yeah.
That I had been. I was up for an hour and talking to my mom, and I'm barely dressed. And then my aunt calls us, and she's like, "You guys got to get over," because my aunt lives down the road. And she's like, "You guys got to get over here right now. There's a fawn stuck in my fence." And I'm like, "Fuck!" So I threw on my boots, and we're screaming over to her place at 60 on this back road. And you get there, and she's like, "Okay, the fawn's back here." And the fawn had gotten itself out of the fence apparently. But for a second there, I'm like, I can't believe that I'm going to have to fucking kill a fawn this morning because it broke its legs. I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to drive back to the house and get a shotgun to kill this fawn right now.
You're going to have the nightmare from Mandy.
Yeah.
Just staring at this dead, beautiful little baby.
I've been awake here for 4 hours.
On the other hand, though, do you think that fawn is sort of like veal where it's super tender?
Yeah. I've just exploded this fawn's head, but it's time to eat. Damn, Mom, you get the.
I mean, hey, why waste it?
Yeah, it's a solid moment. I had another bullshit moment where I was going around. I was in my.
Can you say bullshit?
I was hanging out with my dad last night, and I was getting up to get some water, and I walked behind him, and I noticed, I'm like, there's no goddamn way. There's a bald spot on my dad's head right now. There's no fucking way that my dad is going bald right now. So I go over to him.
He's like in his 70s.
I straight up just poke my hand into his. I'm like, what's going on here? Explain this to me. I was promised perfect hair.
Dude, you did the thing where you touch black people's hair. I was like, you touched my hair?
I was promised perfect hair until I died. And he's like, no, son, do not worry. Apparently I have this thing. It's just like this perfect circular patch of hair on his head that will not grow back. And it's not like where you would expect somebody to be balding.
It's not the beginnings of baldness. It's just
it's in a weird spot. It's in a weird spot. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay. I swear to God. I was also talking to my mom today about burial plans because I thought it would be funny. so they went to a wake today for my aunt's mom, and when they got back and we were just having the conversation about what they want to do. My dad's of the opinion he's like, just literally dump my fucking ashes into the pond. And then my mom's like, he's like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it's funny that you guys think you're doing anything other than getting turned into a bong and an ashtray when you guys die. Oh, I forgot to mention that last night I was talking to my parents. My parents travel a lot.
Yeah.
And they were in Washington recently.
Wait, what ponds?
The pond up at the cabin.
I see.
Yeah, we were talking about weed. And my parents have a lot of friends who smoke weed and grow weed because of the nature of the work they're in. And
I didn't even know it's recreational here now.
It is now, yeah. These people have been fucking growing weed for 15 years.
I know. I just didn't know it was actually law now. I just heard that.
So my parents were like, yeah, sometimes when we hang out, we'll smoke weed with them or whatever. And my mom's like, well, we were in Washington, which is recreational. And when we were there, we went to a smoke shop and we're like, well, it'd be funny to pick up a pre-roll. My dad took one toke of the pre-roll and passed out.
Yep.
And then my mom domed the entire thing. And then she smoked it while walking around this little town that they were in, which was this like kitsch, like sort of
walked around in circles for 6 hours.
That's what she described. She was just in awe. This is amazing. She's walking around this it's like a Belgium town, you know what I mean? Like the idea is to be as quaint as possible by design.
Switzerland looking.
Yes. Yeah, so she's just walking around through the street of this town that's like cobbled, smoking, doming a joint, and she's like, Ethan, it was the most stoned I've ever been in my entire life. I'm like, hell yeah, Mom, get it.
I'm walking around a little.
Going to
what's it called? Like a fake like North Korean town.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever. Little fake made up town.
I know the show was funny as fuck.
like a big.
I'm with you.
Mural thing, little thing you make in grade school.
Diorama.
Yeah.
And we were talking about that. I'm like, I was never really into the
Piccadilly. Wait, no, that's a brand.
Piccadilly.
Nope.
Picadillo.
No.
Picadillo with that's beef and potato.
That sounds good, but that's not. No.
Pekingese. This is a dog. The Pyrenees. But I was like, Mom, I was never really, it just didn't really do much for me. I was never really into the whole weed thing. Just reflecting on 2 straight years of getting as high as I possibly could every single night.
Also just like shaming your mom. Like, I never really got it.
No. I mean, I definitely acknowledge that I did smoke, but like, just, shaming my mom. I wasn't shaming my mom for smoking weed. I was telling her the entire time in the Stavros was, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Potemkin. Jesus.
Potemkin? Like the battleship?
Like the fake village.
Battleship Potemkin. That's an important movie.
That's also a
Battleship Potemkin.
Word, yeah. Sure.
One of the first movies to use montage editing. It's a Russian film from the 20s. There's a very famous sequence where there's a baby carriage rolling down a set of stairs during a mob that occurs. It's oft referenced. One of the most it's probably coming up on 100 years old. One of the most important movies ever. Oh, when do you need me to get out of your hair, man? How long have we been going for?
We've been recording for over an hour.
Oh, okay.
We should, I should go to bed.
How far are you in fucking Fate?
I've only watched 4 episodes, I think.
Okay, I'm a little bit further than you are.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you can have it done by this weekend?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll see if we can get that first core done this weekend.
I just realized fucking summer shows are airing.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I don't know, we're going to do Fate or we're going to do summer shows?
We will do Fate.
Okay. Yeah, I'll finish that shit tomorrow. I woke up, I'm going to go sleep for another fucking 12 hours. Thanks for listening to our...
No one listens. We're ending the stream.
Supposed Fast and the Furious podcast.
It was okay. Good night.